What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Midwest Family. We're down in the shop today working on the four-wheeler. We've been needing to fix this for quite some time now. Finally got the parts ordered, and we're going to try to get it fixed today. We won't get it running. The battery went bad in it, and let me tell you what, the battery on this is a pain in the butt to get to. But we're working on the Polaris. It's a 2008 Polaris Sportsman 400 HO. We got the battery out of that and ended up taking the battery out of the motorcycle. So we need two new batteries, but this one's for the four-wheeler. We had an oopsie and broke the knuckle and ripped the CV shaft boot. So from what I could tell, everything else seemed undamaged, everything else seemed good. So I ordered a boot kit and a new left side knuckle to fix this. So we got the CV shaft boot kit from Polaris, and we got the left knuckle assembly unit. It's the whole unit. So it's got the bearing and all that stuff in it. So I'm not gonna mess around with trying to push a new bearing in or push the old one in or whatever. It's just all together. It should be a lot easier. So we got to take the, obviously support it, take the tire off. It's been sitting like this for quite a while. But we got to take the disc brake caliper off. We'll have to take the spindle or the axle nut off. Get this taken apart, get that support off of there, and get these swapped out. To do the boot straps or the bands, you need a CV shaft boot tool, banding tool. The parts guy let me borrow these so I didn't have to buy a set. At some point I might have to buy a set anyway, but these boots are different. So here's the band, the new one. Try to show you. So you got a little spot right here and a spot right there, and these kind of go like that, and then this tool goes in. I don't know if you can see that, but there's little points on these, and they go in to the end there and into that, and it squeezes, and then you can get the band in, and then you let go and it holds it. I'll show you, try to show you when we get to that point, but we're gonna get the caliper off, get this axle nut off. We'll take these two off. We gotta take the steering bar off, and we gotta take the lower ball joint deal off. So, alright, so we got some tools here, some wrenches, pair of pliers. We're gonna take these two bolts off. Those are a 13 millimeter. Try to get you set up here. Got the Icon chair we're using today. If you watched our other video, working on Barrett's mower. We took that out of the box. I'm going to try to use the box there as a camera mount here. Okay. Get these off. Look. Those had blue Loctite. There we go. Try to keep those supported out of the way. Pretty ripped up. Okay. On the steering linkage, there's a cotter pin that I just took out. We'll take this off. We'll pop this steering arm off, and then the ball joint underneath here, right there, has a cotter pin right there. So we'll take that out, pull that one off, and then we got to take this big guy off. So hopefully, and then we'll have to make sure that we get this big guy torqued back to spec. We'll have to figure what that is. That's not a 13. Maybe this one is. Okay. So there's the bottom. Seems pretty loose. We probably should take this big guy off before we get too far. We'll take these out. We can do that. What size is that? A 15 millimeter. Is that a 15? Yep. And those are the same size, so that shouldn't be an issue. Okay. And then this steering arm, Must be a 15 also. That popped right out. There's a washer on the top side. I'll have to make sure to remember that. Okay. Now we just got to get this big axle nut off. So the axle nut's a 27 millimeter. That wasn't very tight. And it pushed right out, so that's nice. Don't have to beat on it or nothing. There we go. Perfect. Nice. That pulled apart super easy. I'm really happy. Super happy. It never happens. So here's the outside rotor. It's got splines in it. Our brake rotor's loose. We'll have to tighten that up. So here's the outside shaft part. You got splines. Looks like some never sees. Gonna look like the Tin Man. The ball joint looks okay, feels okay. So hopefully you can see this. But here's that piece on there, on that band. And then here are those banding, that tool. So it goes inside that piece there, pops up, and there's the band. We could probably reuse these. I'm not going to because we got new ones with the kit. But when you have the tool, it makes it so much easier. I don't think they're very expensive, so I might just buy a set anyway. I think they're like 20 bucks. So yeah. All right. Let's get this one off somehow. Oh yeah, that's so cool. That was one-handed too. Sweet. That's awesome. Now, I was told that this supposedly will kind of just pop off. I don't know if that's true or not. We had a mouse in here, ate half the roll of paper towels. So we gotta take this apart. There's like a little circlip, I guess, that holds the outside knuckle on. So I'm going to try to be very gentle with that. See if I can't tap this off somehow. I don't know. There's probably a better way to do this. Alright, everybody. Through a series of events and several hours later and a smashed finger, I just ended up taking the CV shaft out, a small light tug, and it came out of the front differential. I don't know if you can see that, but I hit my pinky somehow. It got in the way, and it's a little swelled up. So I'm a digit down, but I took that slit out, and I took the unit over to the vise, and so here's the unit, here's the shaft here. This was in there. There's a small retainer right there that keeps this on there, and I took a, well, this is a bearing punch, but I took a punch and tapped the inner, this area right here, tapped it a few times, and that knocked this pin out of the groove in there. So we can pull this off, clean this all out, and we'll put the new grease in, because the boot kit came with new grease. So I'm gonna try to glove back up, and we're gonna get this cleaned out. We're gonna try to get this cleaned out as best we can, and then we'll start putting it back together. So let's glove up. Alright, so we got the parts kind of cleaned up. There's a little ridge here and a recess part that the small end of the boot sits in. And then this is the circlip that slides into there. We got some of the old grease out. There's still some in there, but I think we got it pretty clean. The new kit comes with one boot, 2 bands, and then a package of grease. So we're going to get you set up. So we got the boot and the small clip, which I don't think we need to put it on, but we're going to put the small clip on first. Get the new boot on like that. Then we're going to open this up and squeeze all the grease in. Need a knife. So we're going to cut the corner off. Squeeze this in there. We're going to slide that in. Just like that. And then we're going to squeeze the rest of this on there. And inside the boot. And then we're going to get it all over us. Something like that. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. Oh, basically got it on there. I was trying to keep this clean. I don't think I succeeded very well. And then this needs to come back over. Okay. Don't think that went like that. I don't remember how these clamps went. But I know they go a certain way. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna grease this up, get this put back into the drive unit, and then we'll get these clamps put on. All right, so I looked on the other side and I got the small one on already, but the I guess the tail of it goes to the front, so as it spins it's going like that in normal conditions. So we're gonna put this one on. You take your fancy tool here, grab these two pins, and pull this down. And bam, it's on. Like $1,000,000. Wipe the grease off. And then we're gonna, I got some copper anti-seize lubricant we're gonna put on this before we slam her back in the unit. It looked like they had anti-seize on it instead of grease, so I'm gonna put anti-seize on. And then this just slides into there. Line the teeth up. Just like that. There we go. So let that drape drop down a little bit. Take our nut off. Now we gotta put our new piece together. So there's the old one. There's the new one. Like I said, this one's already got the bearing in it and everything. It's ready to go. So that slides in there. And this goes in there. Like so. That goes in there like that, and we're gonna so we got that in there. That's just loose for now, but we're gonna throw some anti-seize in this. And slide this in. Stuff gets everywhere. start, we'll just turn this on by hand for now. And then we got to put our lower A-arm back on. Which, no. I spilled anti-seize everywhere. That's a bummer. We'll put a little on this. Just because I like sticky messes. Okay. Now I gotta remember. I think it was this one. There we go. Snug that up. And then we'll put the tie rod on. There was that flat washer. Gotta remember that was on there. That on. And then that anti-seize I told you I spilled. Well, I didn't clean it up. Now it's all over my shoe. That was dumb. That was really dumb. That's nice. Okay. So we tighten these two, tighten the tie rod, we tighten the lower, where are you? The lower ball joint. These two need, this one and that bottom one needs a cotter pin still. Let's get the brakes on, and then we can tighten this axle nut. From what I've gathered, this needs to be torqued to 80 foot-pounds. So we're gonna get the brake on so we can do that. We can hold the brakes and should be able to get it torqued down. Theoretically. Okay. We'll get this torqued to 80 foot-pounds and then run the cotter pin through that. We'll go around, check everything, put the other cotter pins in, and we are on the home stretch. All right, so we got this torqued to 80 foot-pounds. We had to go a little past 80 foot-pounds to get the cotter keyhole to line up. We checked tightness on all the bolts, got the cotter pins in. Worked out pretty good, other than my finger. So, but yeah, here we go. I'm gonna wait to put the tire on until I get the battery. The battery on this unit is a real pain in the butt. Polaris really dropped the ball on that one. If you haven't had to do a battery on one of these units, normally they're like under the seat or like under the back fender, and you just pop the seat. Takes you like 5 minutes maybe to change the battery out. It took me probably an hour the other day just to figure out how to get the battery out of this. It sits right in here, so you gotta like, there's a fender you take out, you got the battery tray you gotta take out, there's the inner fender piece, wires, frames in the way. I mean, it is a real stupid way stupid spot to put a battery. Really dumb. But while I got it open and all that, I'm gonna grease up the chassis and stuff. I won't bore you with that. You know, there's zerks on the A-arms and stuff, so I'll shoot those with some grease. But we're gonna call that a wrap. So I can't remember where I got these parts. I think they were Partszilla. I think Partszilla.com. So yeah, hi princess. But we're gonna end the video with that. I'm gonna get some stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna go ice my finger. What do you think? How's it look? Look okay? Still gotta get the tires on, obviously. But we're gonna end the video with that. We appreciate you guys sticking around watching. Hope you stick around. Hope you stick around for the next one. And
stay safe.
stay safe. See ya.